going to be doing a little tutorial on how to do some stand-up wheelies. Now these are geared towards anybody who might be trying to get the bike up for the first time. Anybody else who might be a little sketched out by it. Definitely some beginner advice here for guys that are unable to or might be a little timid and trying to get that front wheel up. So first bit of advice to go over. You notice I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. There's no cars out here. There's nobody around. Be smart when you're doing tricks and stuff. Don't be going down a main road. Hop in a wheelie where cars can be coming in and out. It's not smart. They're not going to see you with your headlight up in the sky. So, let me go down here a little bit. Who's this guy? Nice, Supermoto. Cool, so I'm going to turn around here, give you a couple tips, how-to. Alright, by the way, this is a 2012 Ninja 650. It's a parallel twin. It's not like the inline 4 Super Sports. Alright, anyways, with this bike, these are all second gear stand-up wheelies. Basically, I'm going to probably go about 20 miles an hour for this bike. 3,500, 4,000 RPMs, it'll come right up. So first step, I use one finger on the clutch. If you might have been trying to get your bike up, you'll feel like it wants to shoot out from under you. That's how I felt too in the beginning, but now with one finger on the clutch, I can use the rest of my fingers to grab on the handlebars so it's not trying to feel like the bike wants to shoot out from underneath me. So first step, as if I was standing up right now, which I'm not, I'll pull the clutch in. I'll pin the throttle. That's right, I pin the throttle and I bounce it while I'm standing up on the back left passenger peg. Now my right foot is going to stay on the on the brake, the rear brake. The reason that is because if it comes up too high, I slap that rear brake and it'll slam it right back down to prevent looping. These are a couple of my buddies here. Came out to get some practice and some how-tos from me as well. Cool, alright, here is number one. Stand up, bounce. And it comes right up. Now, as soon as I bring the bike up, I'm no longer pinning it. If I continue to pin the throttle, I'm going to loop it so fast, faster than the blink of an eye. So what I do, as soon as it comes up, I let the RPMs go back down, and I try to keep it up to what's called the balance point. Now the balance point is, it's an angle on your bike. When your front wheel is up in the sky, it lets you keep the bike upright on one wheel without having to continue accelerating. So if you're like I was before, you're running out of RPM range, I'll show you. This will be not at balance point, so I'm going to have to continue accelerating to keep the bike up. And eventually, I'm going to be right at my 10,500, 11,000 RPMs. Look at that. Cool, so that was a little bit longer. If you notice, I ran out of RPMs. I was bouncing off the rev limiter at the end there. So to fight that, so I don't have to do that, what I'm going to do is try to go back a little bit farther. Now these are really fine adjustments with your throttle hand. I'm not really moving the throttle too much. I'm not doing anything crazy. It's really, really fine adjustments to change the angle of your bike. And also you can use the rear brake too. Like I said earlier, if it comes up a little bit too high. Now this is balance point. another little bit of advice I'd have to give you is if you've noticed right before my wheel touches, I am giving a lot more throttle to the bike. The reason that is, if you think of a jet landing, they don't want to slam on the ground. Same thing, you don't want to slam your front wheel on the ground. You're going to break your fork seals, you're going to bend your wheel possibly. So what I do is I try to let it down gently. It's like pulling up the nose end on a jet when it goes to land. So here's it goes. I'm going to bounce, clutch in, throttle all the way maxed, and it'll come right up. Alright guys, they're easier to do uphill. That's why I keep on turning around, going back and forth. Oh, that smelled like shit. Damn, that was gross. Alright, well I think that might be all the advice I have. Definitely don't do too much. If you're scared, go little by little. I didn't start bringing my wheel all the way up, you know, I'd start with a little bit, maybe. You know, little sit downs like that, but you know, I found the stand-ups to be a lot more fun. That's why I'm out here practicing often. But yeah, that's all I have, guys. Be safe. Good luck. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'll be happy to answer them.